Moving on, take home for Fathom task number 2 now, picking up where we left off. So we're going to need to make our data binomial. Right now it's multinomial. It's got all these colors in it. And for this task, we need just red and not red. So I'm going to have to create a new attribute here. Binomial attribute. I'm going to call this binom. And I'm going to make a formula for this. And the formula says if color equals red, then it's supposed to put the word red in. Otherwise, it puts the word other in. So this should just, it's going to go through my entire data set here and sort them out, and they're either going to be red or other, all the way down. Okay, so now when I add a new summary table and put this binomial data in there against the candy type, I end up with just the two categories, red and other, for each of the candies. Okay. If I do a test on this, but not a test of proportions, but a test of independence, where I use binomial here and candy type here, it calculates, of course, these counts as well as calculating the expected counts. Those are the numbers in parentheses. So it figures out the expected counts for me there. It also, look further in here, calculates our chi-squared statistic and our p-value. It does tell us that we're supposed to compare these numbers here to numbers we got in the earlier test we did. So let me add a new summary box in here. So in the earlier situation, I got a z value of 2.736. So let me go ahead and put a formula in here where I take this 2.736 and square it. And that number is 7.4857. And I'm supposed to compare that to the chi-square value I got here. I'm also supposed to compare this p-value here with this p-value over here. So let's just open up a little text box here and say of the z is, and I leave it to you to finish commenting about how the square of the z compares to the chi-squared and how the p-value for this test compares to the p-value for the other test. And also, the last thing it asks you is to explain the difference between doing this two proportion test we did over here and this test of homogeneity which we did here. Okay, so I need you to talk about how those tests are different or the same or in what ways. So you go ahead and fill that all in and that'd be good. That'll complete task number 2.